Welcome back to American Medicine Today. I'm sitting alongside Dr. Bonati. And we've been talking about this for quite some time, but if you think your healthcare is expensive now, just you wait until it becomes free.
I hope we don't need to wait.
Well, why would that be a bad thing, though?
We don't want that part of the free that never happens. So one of the things that really we need to go is we need to look at this type of ideas that the socialistic left-sided of the candidates are trying to practically fence in the country a new type of healthcare.
If it's free, it's for me? That type of healthcare?
It is free, is for them, not for us.
Ah, okay.
Now, one of the problems that you see, you're going to have a lot of different type of problems. There are two really concepts. One of the concepts is free, but it's practically in Obamacare, very similar to the gold type of Obamacare. The patients will need to still pay deductibles, and every time it's going to be higher and higher.
The premiums, the out-of-pocket.
The out-of-pocket is going to go higher and higher.
Sure.
And you know how the politicians do. They say they offer to you something, and then when the thing comes, it's not real. Like, if you like your doctor, you give your doctor. If you have your insurance, you keep your insurance. Well, you know how well the thing works.
Right. And then they negate themselves from those laws.
No, the problem is that nobody makes them accountable.
But why would free become more expensive?
They promise you that it's going to be free. And when they talk about deductibles and they talk about out-of-pocket, they are not talking about taxes. So between the taxes, the out-of-pocket, and the deductibles, this is going to be supported. And it's going to be probably $1 trillion more of dollars to produce what actually now is on the market that works, that is solid healthcare. This is not going to work at all. The waiting lines is going to be enormous. The healthcare is going to be practically challenged by the medical profession and by the hospitals.
And provided by healthcare providers and medical providers versus regular MDs.
Well, it's going to be some sort of a mixer of providers.
Right.
It's going to be
physician assistants, nurse practitioners.
It's going to be chiropractors. It's going to be individuals like physician assistants. All those ones will be promoted to the name of doctors.
Okay, which is dangerous because MDs have something like 200,000 hours and nurse practitioners have what?
Maybe around 20,000, 30,000.
Right, so a vast difference.
Not only, the difference is that first thing, when you go to medical school, you are really selected.
Correct.
You're being selected not only by your capacity to perform, by your stamina, for the way that you develop with society.
Critical thinking.
Yeah, you need to be analytic. You need to be. I mean, it's a very special person who goes to medicine. First, you need to like medicine. Second, you need to like people.
Correct.
And third, you need to be able to perform in that surroundings.
Right.
Unfortunately, medicine in the last 20 years is being managed by insurance companies and by politicians, and they end creating an inbred type of a physician.
In what way?
Well, they try to imitate Europe. The European doctor is an individual who has very little amount of time in medicine. And then the next thing that happens is the majority are not specialties.
Are you saying that they're fast-tracking?
They're fast-tracking, yes.
Doctors? Okay.
Yeah, and at the same time that they are fast-tracking the doctors, then they are also not creating specialties. The American medicine is practically the best medicine in the world, not because they are the most intelligent doctors in the United States. It's because they base the treatment for the patients based on a specialty. So if you go to an orthopedics, you know that that person has a tremendous amount of training specifically in orthopedics. He's an MD, went to medical school, did his initial training in general surgery and in internship and all this,
sure.
but mainly was trained in orthopedics or in ophthalmology or in neurosurgery or in gynecology. So that person has a tremendous amount of knowledge in that area.
Correct.
So when you require treatment and you go to that person, your service is not only high standard, but it's one of the best in the world. Now, in Europe, you go to an MD, and the MD there is going to be a general practitioner. Well, the general practitioner is going to fool with you for around several months and sometimes years till they become totally incompetent. When that happens, they're going to refer you to a specialist. That specialist is very, very few specialties in the system of socialized medicine, because they don't want specialties. And then what happens is when you go to a specialty there, you're going to be waiting months. And if you have bad results, you cannot come back.
If you think about what just happened recently in Italy, I believe it was, they said if you were 82 years old, you don't get care anymore.
The major trouble with this type of decisions is when you really see socialized medicine. Well, the people in Italy, unfortunately, the Italian society sent all their young people to America and to the European countries where there are better paid salaries and better expectations and better opportunities. So they export their good people. So the country is an old country.
So you just die.
That is not new. That is.
But why do we want it here in the United States? That's crazy.
We don't want it here. The problem is you have a stupid group of socialistic minds and individuals that are irresponsible.
Sure.
But the country is not dumb, because you need to understand very well that everybody knows that nothing comes for free. Not only bad health care, there are going to be waiting lines. There are going to be individuals that they are going to be eliminated to be treated because they are too expensive and too old. And then is going to be taxes forever for all.
So does free healthcare really sound like that great of an idea for you? We'll discuss that further on upcoming episodes of American Medicine Today. Thanks for watching.